this might you might get a bit of another heartbreak again, but what is the most heartbreaking moment you've had during a game?
Oh, right. No, no. This moment, I know this moment. This question is easy, boy. We played Swansea University, who are our rival. They were our rivals because we weren't playing Birmingham, but also because that game was the most difficult game. Like the away game was so mentally challenging for a uni student because you had to be mad, you had to be awake mad early. Then it was like a 5 hour drive for zero reason to get to the game. And then most times it was raining. They had this sideline that was just incredibly antagonizing. Like it was, I think it was just one woman. It was one woman, but she felt like a crowd. I swear to God, like she was potent in her skills, man. She was casting spells. But the thing that broke my heart was we conquered the journey. We had conquered the early wake. It was my final year, and then it's a selfish one. And then there was a play, and I remember it was a fourth down, maybe 10 to go. I was on the edge, being the greatest edge rusher of all time, like I always am. And I had timed my get off so perfectly. I'd been working on this as well, like trying to be Von Miller. I timed my get off so fantabulously that the ball was snapped. And I remember coming around a bend, and it was just me, and it was the QB, and my eyes were open, and the sky was shining, and there was hot, there was harps, light. It was fourth quarter. If I made this sack, we won the game. Boom! I hit the QB, fumbles the football, we pick it up. I'm getting ready to celebrate, be like, yes, we did the impossible. Turn around and there's a flag. So
You're
that broke my
offside.
heart. Yeah. Well, they said this is the quote of the ref. You looked offside. You were almost offside. Was what he said. Which to me sounds like I had a perfect get off, but I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to get the tape up and show you as well because I felt like I was robbed, boy.
Probably.
I felt like I was robbed,
That sounds
but
like it's
that
a.
was very heartbreaking.
And did you not go to win the game or lose the
Oh,
game?
of course. Yeah, we won the game. We won the game. We didn't win it off of my sack, I guess, but we won it off of like a DV bat down, which was good coverage from that guy. But it would have been a great, a little bit of cherry pie on my seasons at the Hearts being the toughest game, hardest, difficult opponent, final play of the game. That would have been a great way. A walk-off sack would have been a great way to end the game, but instead it was a
Yeah.
carried on downs because apparently I was offside, even though I was almost offside. So
Okay.
that was my heartbreaking story.
Yeah, that must hurt. That must hurt.
It hurt a lot. A
All right.
lot.
So this sport is difficult for people when they have no idea what's to come, or they've never they've never played a sport as physical as this before. What advice would you give to those people that are thinking about picking up the sport?
Um, Respect the sport. That's the first one. And what I mean by respect the sport is don't come thinking you're gonna beat people that've been doing this for years because those years matter. Like those years, they mean a lot. Respect it in the sense of you can get hurt, so pay attention to everything that you're told. Learn the scheme as well as playing Madden. Learn the schemes to what you're playing at because every team has an identity and you can't just hop around teams. But I'll say do it, 110% do it. It's worth it. The adrenaline is fantastic. If you've got anxiety, especially, American football is great for you because it will trigger your flight and fight. And if you're a flight person, play offense because when someone's coming to tackle you, you're gonna run away. You're gonna bust case. If you've got a fight, you go on defense. If your anxiety is kicking your ass, you go out and you do something about it. It's great for that aspect, especially now that we're getting more skilled focused and it's more getting your head out of the game. And you won't get hurt in the ways that you would fear on all the fears that come out in your brain. But no, we're not like the high school movies. No, you're not gonna be QB and you're not gonna throw 60-yard touchdowns. And if you can, come play for the Cheetahs. But But yeah, no, respect the game. Respect the game is a massive one because it's going to help you not get injured. It's going to help you prepare correctly. It's going to help you understand that the people around you have been doing it for a long time and that it's not easy. It's a very, very demanding sport. So yeah, do your research. Come willing to learn. come willing to pay your dues. And you might be a freak athlete. Who knows? You could be, I don't know, you could be 6'6", run a 4.2 if you do play for the Cheetahs. If you're six, you know what I mean? Like, but I mean, so like, even if you're that guy, you're still gonna have to learn to play. I mean, like, you look at Yannick Ngakwe, who's an amazing defensive end, but his current and consistent criticism is that he doesn't know the game yet. So.
Yeah.
Even the blessed of us with the greatest of athletic abilities still have to learn football. It's a pattern. It's human chess. Best way to do it. So it's called gridiron. So study that. Study the human chess aspect of it. Study the lines, and then prepare yourself and train. And that's just it, man. That's just it. Don't be scared. Don't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because it's not safe. You're gonna get injured.
Yeah.
That's the only way to tell you. You can't be 1 foot in. You can't be like, I'm gonna do 1 week and then miss 4 training sessions. That is a recipe for getting hurt. So if you're gonna be in, you're in
all the way.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, cool. So, what would your teammates or coaches describe you as?
That is a very, very good one. Good question. Loud would definitely be one. Very talkative, that'd be another one, because that's the one that jump off the page and it's the one that seems the most obvious. Dedicated is one that the coaches will tell you. Hardworking, because I might talk a lot, but trust me, I always try to make sure I work hard more than I talk, and it's almost damn impossible because I talk a lot. But work hard. He's hardworking. I'd like to think that they say I'm consistent.
Okay.
And my teammates, oh man, it would be funny. You would have to find out from them. I mean, like, I don't really get a lot of feedback, if that makes sense, because I'm that type of person. But yeah, no, I reckon that would be the ones that jump off the page straight away.
Okay.
But yeah.
Now, this one I like. Describe yourself in one word.
Eccentric.
God damn it, he was quick as that too. Okay. He was like, yeah, I got it, eccentric, done. Finished.
Yeah.
Come. What you got for me? Okay.
I mean, it's the easiest way of saying I'm crazy without saying I'm crazy. And it covers a lot, right? So
yes. Okay.
Eccentric.
Okay, eccentric. Like that. So the UK game is growing. But what do you think, what else could be done to help the game grow faster?
One, it needs to stop being players like myself's hidden secret. We treat American football like a secret girlfriend, because no one, you post the profile pic, but no one's really trying to recruit people like that. No one's really going around and saying this is what I do and inviting other people to it. So I think that aspect of it. And that raising awareness of it will then bring more refs, because that's a massive issue with BAFA. Bless them, they're trying their hardest, but we definitely need more referees in the game. And just the players, man. Like, the level of players needs to be like, we need to take it semi-serious to the point where people don't just break when they're playing other teams like Blitz and Warriors. Like, we ourselves have to respect ourselves. And I think in turn we'll then respect the game, because sometimes what happens is people lose before they get there.
Yeah. There
isn't a lot of fight mentality. And if there is that fight mentality, that increases competition, and competition will breed healthier, prospects. Healthier prospects will bring more attention to the game. More attention to the game will feed more audience. But yeah, we've got to improve the level that we play at as well. I currently say we don't play American football, we play BAFA, because that's what we do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we've just got to I love that we've got our own identity and we've put a little spin on it. But yeah, we've just got to keep that. We've got to get that into the public eye, and we just got to increase the level of the game and stop losing all our best players to Europe. Like, because that's another thing that happens is we have a massive talent, and I think it's because they get paid there, which obviously makes a lot more sense. Because like, if you get paid to do this, please do, because it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. But on the flip side of that is, if we kept a lot of talent and all these other teams started asking questions, they were like, oh, what's going on in this league? What's going on in this league? Then eventually that would then help build up, because there will be a buzz around it and get more respect in the outside American football community. So then before you know, we're getting a lot of export players in now, which is I think is good for the sport because it's going to raise the level of competition. But it's just a matter of time. That's just my 2 cents on what might help grow the sport. Like it's a complicated beast. Like I'm not involved in the BAFA organization, so I don't really know.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes for me to be like, okay, that's actually going to fix the problems. That's just my opinions.
Yeah. So with obviously the Bucks Uni Final had only recently just finished. How great did you think it was that it was being streamed and there was at least over 500 people watching that game?
I think it was a fantastic start, to be honest. Like that's what we need more of. But I mean, I had to find it. I don't even remember how I came across it. I think I opened up YouTube by accident, and that aspect of it is not good enough. You know what I mean? Like we've got to find a way to, because that's a big deal. Like that is a massive deal. The best gridiron teams and the best unis had a game, and only 500 people knew about it straight away. We should all know. Like, think how many people play this sport. Probably like more than 5,000
Yeah.
easily. So if we can just spread that message, get those 5,000 watching, that's 5,000 immediately. So that aspect needs to be done a little bit better. It needs to be promoted constantly and often. Maybe like have more players show up on Sky Sports, being like, "Yeah, I know this is NFL, but we also do this. We got local teams here. Come down and give it a go." And more involvement around the local teams. Maybe just stuff like that would help. But also, I understand because of the nature of the beast.
Yes.
You can see why a lot of people don't want to be pushing that because nobody wants people to be like, "Oh, go get your head brung in." You know what I mean? Everybody wants to protect little Dave and little Charlie and them. So
Okay.
it's there's that aspect of it as well. But that's just my 2 cents.
Fair enough. I can't argue with that. If your current team never existed, who would you be playing for?
Essex Spartans.
Oh, rah, for
Essex
real?
Spartans. Essex Spartans. Yeah, it wasn't just my best. It started off because it was my best friend and the people that I was close with, but it just became a respect thing, man. They had such a high level of respect for what they perceived that I could do that it made me want to make them right. Like it made me want to give a lot back to. Like I said, I was coming from a very insecure place. Like I was coming from being a bench rider. I was coming from not giving up the sport, but not thinking I could do anything, and
Yeah.
then going somewhere and then being valued for what you can do, it just made you want to give more to them. And I was so happy for them the next season without me when they got to the finals, which is what let me know that I still have stake in there because we had left Div 2 at the time, but they were in the Div 2 and they were coming up. And when they did what they needed to do together, I felt incredibly happy for them. So that'd be it. That would have been another team. That would have been the team that I would have been playing for if I wasn't at the Cheers.
Okay.
If the Cheers didn't exist,
Okay.
but they do. So
Yeah,
I'm in love
man
with
ain't
them.
leaving cheaters anytime soon.
Nah, no, sir. You're gonna have to. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a greasy move if you're gonna
All
get me to go.
right. Okay. So, if a recruiter wanted to bring you to their team, what would that team be getting from you as a player and a person?
Oh man, you're gonna get a teammate. You're gonna get someone who's committed. You're gonna get someone who knows and loves the game. Like nobody watches tape more than I do. Nobody knows stuff about football that I'm not even supposed to know. Like I read books on like air raid offense and like pistol formations, and I've got like Pinterest pages of different formations. I know Chip Kelly's power outside run, you know what I mean, stuff like that, and just someone incredibly dedicated to the sport, dedicated to their craft, a good teammate, someone who's hardworking, someone who loves football. If you've got a culture that even if I'm not playing, but you want someone to bring you a real culture of the game, that's something that I can do for you. But it's gonna come with sacrifices.
Yeah.
It's gonna come with noise. It's gonna come with rah rah. It might come with a few fights with the people that don't like work, but that's cool. Like we'll work together and we'll get around that, become a better organization. That's what I would bring.
Fair. Okay.
That and a great smile.
So, when obviously you're very far away from your retiring of playing, but have you thought about what you will do when you come to retirement?
Um, I mean, you don't know how far I am from my retirement age. Like there's a lot of like old heads. And again, it was another thing that's good with playing for the Cheetahs and playing for Div 2, Div 1 programs is that it's not all, without sounding too suspect, not all young, sexy athletes. Like there are some old people who they're carrying some weight, they're dads, they're not, there's not too many six packs. There's some older heads, you know? And watching the older heads do it, like I consistently thank them because it's like you being here allows me to live a messed up dream in my head where I don't have to give this up because you're still doing it. And you're still doing it and you're not embarrassing yourself, or you're still doing it and it doesn't look night and day, you know what I mean? So I plan to keep doing this for as long as I can, but I do coach. I like coaching. Coaching has been very interesting. Like I coached the women's team. Well, I helped coach the women's team as an assistant coach. And that's been very eye-opening, you know, like seeing their eyes open up to like schemes and plays and all of this stuff is quite not heartwarming, but it gives you a nice little buzz because you're like, okay, cool. So once you get the IQ of the game, you also love this game, and passing that energy on to other people would make me want to coach 100%. Coach or help with the media production aspect of it. I'd love to help promote the game. So
Okay.
I'd either be doing that, but I'd definitely still be around the sport.
Okay. Cool.
Be around the sport.
Right. So I want your final thoughts of your playing career over the last 10 years. How has it gone exactly as you expected, or has it exceeded what you expected, or do you feel like you've slightly underachieved what you expected to be?
All of the above, actually. You know, I've been very fortunate to have a football career that's very traumatic. I've had the highs of highs. I've had the lowest of lows. I've had days where I played a perfect game. I've had days where I was like, I should not be here. So having that varied experience of it has made it quite a, like I wouldn't change a single thing. Like the life lessons I've learned is much more valuable than even the stuff that I played in the field. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that would be my, you know, roundabout way of saying it. It's like I've been blessed to experience all the aspects of what this game has to be. Like I've been on a team that's lost the finals. I've been on a team that's won the finals. I've been a team that didn't make playoffs. I've been on a team that constantly makes playoffs. I've been a division champion. I've been a division runner-up. I've been injured. I've been a star player. I've been an MVP. So nah, I wouldn't change anything. And I've had every stat on defense. I've got a sack. I've got a pick. I've got fumble recoveries.
Pick six?
Yeah, everything. Tackle for luck. Huh?
Pick six?
Huh?
Pick six?
Huh?
Pick six?
Uh, that's coming. That's coming. That's on the to-do list. I reckon if I played quarterback, it would have been a lot easier. But from safety, boy, I don't know, man. I mean, in juniors, I almost had a pick six, but I tripped up at the 10-yard line. So yeah, so I was close. So maybe that one I haven't got yet. You're right. I do need to get a pick six. Then I can be like, yeah, I've done it all. Until then, yeah, no.
Fair enough. Right. I haven't done this with anyone else yet because I keep forgetting. But what's your favorite NFL team?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
What's your favorite college team? If you follow
Oh,
if you follow
tough.
one.
This is tough. Huh?
If you follow one, who's your college team?
No, I follow loads of them, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it tough. I love Texas. I love Florida State. I love Miami. And I love Michigan for their uniform. But out of all of those,
who?
I'd have to go with Florida State just because Jalen Ramsey, Deion Sanders, and Jameis Winston. Those are my like three favorite college players.
Okay. Favorite NFL player?
Ryan Shazier when he was playing. Oh my God, I was so in love with Ryan Shazier. Ryan Shazier was an amazing athlete, man. I mean, even the fact that he came back after his injury, I absolutely adore Ryan Shazier. That was my guy.
I agree.
One of my guys because I love a lot of them, but Ryan was my guy.
Okay. Favorite NFL coach?
Ooh, tough. There's been so many good ones. So many good ones. Like, oh my days. Like, how can you not love Andy Reid? He looks like the guy from like Monsters University. But then obviously Mike Tomlin will always be my guy because it's Mike Tomlin. I love Bill because Bill Belichick is a villain. Like John Gruden is awesome as well. No, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Bruce Arians. I like his swag.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna go with because I like so many different coaches. I'm gonna go with Bruce Arians because he's always got swag. So at least you know.
Okay. Your favorite safety? Because that's your current position. Yeah, that's your current position. So your favorite safety?
Sean Taylor.
Okay.
Short life, but when he hit that guy in the Pro Bowl for no reason, I was like, same, bro. Like, like absolutely same. Absolutely same. But he also has a crazy story, like his work ethic, the way his life ended, but just who he was, his social anxiety, all of that stuff. Very, very inspirational. I really like Sean Taylor.
Mm.
Or Troy Polamalu as well. One of those two. Between those two, they can pick.
Okay. Cool. Your favorite coach that you've played under?
It's gonna have to be Craig Barnes, just because of when he won the finals, man. Once he chopped his fist in the air and yelled, I was like, till I die, I'm following this guy, man. This is my guy. This is my guy.
Ooh, I thought I'd catch you out there. Guess not.
I like the passion. Nah, I like the passion, man. I like the passion. The passion and his love for the game is just it's infectious. Like we can sit and literally speak football for hours, and I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Very like.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Kayode, for jumping in for your own very own series. Definitely been an interesting one, and
I appreciate it.
he was very political with his answers sometimes. But again, I thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit down and talk to me about your past in play football and your future. And I hope that you and Hertfordshire Cheetahs have a very good season, and potentially I'll be seeing you on the field next year when you lot win your Division 1.
Listen, man, look, this has been a pleasure. Like I said, I love the series. I'm gonna be following it very closely. You got great questions. And yeah, we will be, man. Just stay healthy, stay warm. We're coming. You know what I mean? We're coming. I'm gonna come find you. Where are you playing now? Where are you on the field?
Defensive end.
Oh man, we're not even gonna see each other. I'm gonna be shouting your names, innit? I'm gonna be shouting.
I'll play receiver one game. That's cool.
Oh yeah, no, you don't want to do that. I like you, man. We just had a great chat. I don't want to do that to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no one would allow me to play receiver. That's out of the question.
Nah. I mean, you shouldn't do it while I'm there. It's an occupational hazard. It's an occupational hazard.
I've played against bigger guys. I'm cool.
Wow.
Cool.
Size don't matter, man. You know. Anyways, you see, we'll see.
Right, guys. Thank you all for jumping in. And this has been Unheard Voice Kayode. If you want to be a part, you know what to do. Hit up the questionnaire in the description. And, give us a like, subscribe. And if you want to play football, hit up Hertfordshire Cheetahs. Hit up any team in the league. That's all we can say.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Right, guys. Catch you later. See ya.